Right now we have a big problem, and I'm not just talking about the coronavirus itself. Because most of us are finding ourselves in isolation and locked down, we're going to find that our brains are starting to work in overload, which means we're worrying more, we're more anxious, and more importantly, we're more stressed as well. But there's another hormone that's having a big impact on our daily lives and our mood as well, and that's dopamine. Now, many of you will know dopamine as the pleasure hormone. It's responsible for that idea of reward. It's released when we do something we enjoy, and it gives us that boost. It helps to keep us motivated to keep doing things that we enjoy. It helps lift our mood and generally help us to feel better. But the trouble is when it comes in excess, and right now, most of us are experiencing a dopamine excess. And it's that excess that's causing us the problem. It's no longer just linked to our reward and pleasure pathways. It actually starts to inhibit parts of the brain. More specifically, it inhibits the prefrontal cortex, which decreases our ability to make decisions, to focus, to concentrate, and even to problem solve as well. But more importantly, it impairs our ability to regulate our behaviour and our emotions, leaving us more open to impulsive behaviours and also low mood as well, which can lead to depression further down the line. And there's a very simple reason for this, and for most of us, it's our phone. And that's because whilst we're trapped inside with very little other to do, we're finding ourselves more often on our phone, scrolling down social media, responding immediately to notifications like texts and emails, and all of that is causing a boost in our dopamine. And that normally happens. You'll know when you get a lot of likes on your picture on Facebook, suddenly you get that sort of buzz on the inside. That's of course natural, it's why social media kind of sucks us in. But now more than ever, we're paying attention to it. We find ourselves with more notifications than we can handle. And because of that, we're getting a dopamine excess. So what can you do to help correct it? Well, firstly, and most obviously, reduce the amount of time you're spending with your phone. See if you can try and limit the technology you're using and take 2 hours off it every day. Now, I know that sounds like a lot, but if you try it, you'll find it comes a lot easier than you ever could have imagined, and you'll feel a lot better for it. So removing ourselves from those notifications will help decrease that level of dopamine to a much healthier level. And the other thing you can do is try and find that pleasure and that reward pathway in other areas, like doing productive things. Each day, try and set yourself a productive task, and when you tick it off, you'll get a nice healthy boost of dopamine, and not the unhealthy ones that we're used to from our phones. So take some time out from technology, try and connect with people in your household, go outside, exercise, do other things you enjoy as well. And you'll find that that healthy boost in dopamine helps lift your mood. Now obviously, when we're using our phones, we become dependent on that level of dopamine. And it's so easy to become addicted to our phones. That's exactly what it is. We crave the dopamine from our phones. So by removing it and finding healthy alternatives to replace it with, we get good boosts in dopamine. So help you lift your mood, try something new, get outside, put that phone away.